If you're a realtor, this episode is for you. Let me start off by saying we are, 3 weeks into October, which is the fourth quarter. And this is the time that's going to determine what type of realtor you are, right? Because this is goal time. This is time to push. This is time to show and prove. Now, just a little bit about myself if this is your first time ever coming to my channel. This is my reboot of my channel. It's been a while since I've recorded on the podcast, and I realized that I really, really, really needed to get back to just sharing information with my sphere. And this episode is for realtors. I am a former Tom Ferry coach and of recent a former NextHome coach. And I actually this year I decided that I was going to focus more on myself and my own business. I do enjoy helping realtors and just anyone, realtors, buyers, sellers. I enjoy helping people, educating people to get to their highest level. So let's get back to this story. So you got up, you walked to the bathroom, you looked in the mirror, and you're either seeing someone that's kind of depressed, or someone that is optimistic, or someone that is completely over the moon. Now, let's start with the first person. The first person that we're going to talk about is the one that might not be feeling so great. And you look in the mirror and you're just kind of pissed off, you're disgusted, you're contemplating if you need to actually go and get a job because real estate may not be working for you. We're in the fourth quarter, you are nowhere near meeting your goal, and you just don't know what to do, right? You don't know what to do. And many of us have been there at some point in time of our business. But right now is the time where you're going to have to double down. You're going to have to dig deep within, and you're going to have to figure out how you're going to make use of this time between now and December 31st, right? Because what you do right now is going to determine what happens at the end of the year as well as the beginning of 2025. So if you have not been making your goals, one thing that I want you to do is I want you to just find a quiet place, sit down and evaluate what the heck have you been doing all year? What have you been doing? I really want you to take a look at that. I want you to write down what lead sources were you going after? What were you doing to try to generate business? Did you do a business plan at the beginning of this year? And if you did, that is great. Now go back to that business plan. Hopefully, this isn't going to be the first time you pick up that business plan and look at it again, because it's a working document that you need to consistently look at and maybe update. So I want you to go back to your business plan, and I want you to look at it and see what you wrote down. Did you actually do anything that you said that you were going to do? And if you haven't, it's not too late. It's not too late to sit down and start implementing some of the things that you said that you needed to do, some of your marketing, some of your lead gen activity, to try and drum up some business before the end of the year so that you're not closing out the year with a big zero. And there are a lot of people that I see online that say they have not had any business this year. And I don't know what market they're in, but someone is closing in their market. Someone is closing. And if someone is closing, that means that you can close too. First thing that you need to do is grab that business plan, do an evaluation of what you've been doing this year, figuring out what are your marketing strategies that you have been using and implementing? What are your lead generation strategies that you have been using and implementing? And if you have not been implementing any, this is the time that you need to get started. Okay. We are at the time of year where we start preparing for the next year. So right now, this month, you should start doing your business plan for 2025. But I understand it's very hard to start planning for the next year if this year you're not doing well. if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and deciding if you should renew your license or if you need to get a job because this really just isn't working for you, this is your last ditch effort to try and turn some things around and get business going. Okay. Now the second person, they're optimistic. So you may have been doing stuff this year. You may have had some closings, but you're not quite hitting your goal. You want to try and finish out this year strong and get a good start for 2025. A lot of people are in this very position because normally when we're planning out our business plan, we're planning out for the whole year. This is the last quarter, so this is the time where it's do or die, right? You have to implement, you have to push, you have to really dig into your database or whatever lead generation activities you normally do that brings in business for you. Look through the year and see what has been working and what has not been working. So anything that's not working, stop doing it and put all of your energy on doing the things that are actually working for you, that have allowed you to close business this year. Now, hopefully, you have been monitoring your business, you have been tracking your sales, and you know where all of your sales came from so that you can go back to your chart or wherever you track your business and you can see where's your business coming from and you can do more of that. Tap into your past clients, check in with them, check in with your sphere of influence, see where they are, provide market updates to your clients and let them know where the market is right now. That might help some people that are on the fence to move forward. Right now is the time that you got to look in your pipeline and see who can you help close before the end of this year so that you can meet your goal and you can help them meet their goal. You got to fall in love with the processes, not the result. So not the part of you closing and getting a check, but all of the processes that you have in place to get to that point of how you generate the income, the leads in your business. Okay. So that's really important. You want to make sure that you are pushing, right? You're not slowing down. The end of the year is a time when a lot of people start slowing down because the holidays are upon us. It's getting colder outside. Things are slowing down. People are slowing down. It's not as exciting as it is during the summertime. Kids are back in school. And so this is the time that you have to really get focused and stay focused. And something that I do recommend is finding accountability partners or create an accountability group with people like yourself that are looking to achieve on a higher level. And the last person, if you looked in that mirror and you were like, yes, I already hit my goal this year. That's amazing. But, but consider, did you aim too low? Were you aiming too low for this year? And so, yes, it's nice that you hit your goal and maybe you feel like you can coast this last quarter. But I challenge you to create a new goal for fourth quarter and see if you can push yourself so that you can surpass your goal even more, right? Because you probably did aim low. And this is what I mean about looking at your business plan. And sometimes you might have to do some adjusting because you might have set a goal that may have seemed like a challenging goal at the beginning of the year. But as the year went on, your business was like picking up and you are like killing it. And in that situation, you need to revamp your goal. You have to revamp your goal so that you can push yourself so that you are going beyond your own limiting beliefs. Okay. Oftentimes, when I'm talking to my accountability group, we may shoot for lower goals because they seem more attainable. But we don't want just attainable goals. We want goals that are going to stretch us and force us to have faith. If you have exceeded your goal and maybe you didn't aim low, and you've built a business where you know what you want, and what you want might be to have the last 2 months of the year to relax and to focus on family and the holidays and doing certain things. Kudos to you. Not many people are able to do that, build their business on a 10-month year so that they can have the last 2 months of the year to kind of recuperate, to spend time with family, because maybe you've been running around with your, like a chicken with your head cut off throughout the year. And so now you want to just be able to focus on your loved ones. That's great. And I commend you for that. Realtors, this is the time where you need to push, you need to double down, and you need to end the year on a strong note. And if you have questions, feel free to comment below with your questions. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. So let's finish off 2024 strong and get a good start on our 2025 year.